Hello, welcome back. What is it? Wednesday, 6th of November, 10 to 6 in the evening. This is the second time I've done this evening. Made a right hash of the first one, and the microwave kept on telling you guys that my jack of potato was ready. So I thought I'd have another go at it. So today I want to show you guys how to replace a handguard, chain brake handguard on a Stihl ms500i. The reason I'm doing that is because I've had a few of these in now with this problem. It would appear that the exhaust where it's exiting is warming up the handguard and causing it to get hot and break basically. So I've done several of them already. So anyway, this is what we're going to be looking at using tonight, this afternoon to do this. A couple of screwdrivers, pliers, our special Stihl spring putter backer on her, and a Torx driver. So as you can see, nice clean bench as always. Here is the culprit, Stihl ms500i. This has got a brand new chain brake handle on it, handguard, because I changed it because it was broken. So let's not muck about. What I find with all of the Stihl, and I specialise in Stihl machines that I work on, is it's all about sequences. When you're taking stuff apart and then putting it back together, it's about the way the sequence you do it can make a massive difference to how difficult it's going to be or easy it's going to be. So what I'm going to do is take these covers off and the starter assembly, because it makes it easier for us, and the fact that it won't take me long to do that makes it even more sense for me to do it. Okay, so again, clear workbench, no confusion about other bits and pieces being on here. So as I'm taking these screws out, I'm going to put them in a little pile of 4 screws, so I know they are from the starter assembly. It's good to get into little habits like that. I mean, you can, again, when I'm doing something that I haven't done before, I'll take the screws out and I'll pop them in it. I'll just pop them in that assembly and put it to one side. So I know then, even more reason to know where they go back. So now we're going to take this little metal cover off and this plastic cover off. Again, same tool, it's brilliant. That's what I love about Stihl machines. You can use a minimal amount of tools to do the work. Okay, and this same Torx driver, my God, it's done some miles. I'll get through them, but it's fantastic that one tool can do so much to a machine. And I find that predominantly with Stihl stuff. Okay, as I say, I specialise in Stihl because I believe it's the way to go. Right, one cover off, another cover off, screws next to them. Okay, now we're going to take this clutch drum off. Okay, now we've got an E-clip here. Hopefully you'll be out of focus, you'll be able to zoom in on this, because I don't know how to do that yet. I'm still very new at this. So when you take this off, my eyes, my mince pies aren't great, so I always wear glasses. I do advise, when you're doing some of these bits and pieces, to put some protective eye covering on, because this is a little sprung E-clip and it can go anywhere. I lose them all the time. It's good fun finding them. Just get your little screwdriver behind it. There's 2 little cutouts for it to go in, and just ease it off. Okay, if you're careful, it's not a drama. Then off comes your washer. I'll make that hard to do and take the E-clip off. Retaining washer, come on. There you go, washer, rim sprocket, now your clutch drum. And last of all, your needle cage bearing, okay? I'll put them all inside each other. So again, I don't lose them. I like being tidy, always helps. Now we're going to take the brake band off, because that's going to help us as well. Okay, and again, it's only one screw underneath. I'm still getting used to working this way round, because this would be the other way round normally. So working away from myself is a little bit funky, but it's all right. Another little M4 screw. I'm going to put that to one side because I'm going to put this over it. Just leave that brake band out. Okay, there it goes. How easy was that to do? I'm going to put that over the screw so I know what one the screw holds in. Okay, so now we've got our handle and our spring. Again, like the E-clip, this is under tension. You can see there's gaps in the coils. So you're just going to get your screwdriver, your flat bladed screwdriver under it, and just lever it carefully. Okay, minding your eyes and just being mindful it's loaded. Okay, so here we go. There, no one got killed. Okay, there's your spring. Done. Right, another E-clip. If you remember this the other day on the chain brake or ms500i, this I call an elbow, whatever it's called, I don't know, but it's got another E-clip. So tiny little one, same principle as the big one. Just get your screwdriver in there, ease it off. This is magnetic screwdriver. There it is. Don't lose it. One side. So now we can just ease this chain brake mechanism, handguard mechanism, off of the two pivot points, the two little pegs that it's on. Okay, so all we've got to do now, a little bit fiddly because it is, and there you go. Because you've given yourself room by moving stuff, you're not fighting that. You've got the room to move it. So there's our perfectly broken chain brake handguard we've just thrown away, and here's our new one. So now we're just going to repeat the process, reverse the process, sorry. A little bit fiddly, this. When I was doing this an hour ago, I made a right ash of it. So hopefully I'll look more like an expert this time round. You've got to get these two holes over the two pegs, okay? Two pivot points. And it's not that easy, but it is a little bit fiddly, hey? I'm not going to lie. And you've got a tiny little rocker down the bottom that tensions it, that you have to line up as well, okay? So a little bit fiddly, but think of the money you're saving, not paying someone to do this, someone like me. There we go, over, okay? Over your two bits, zoom in on that, and your little rocker there, look at it working when you move that. All right, so now we just reverse the sequence again by circle it back on. That was the last thing to come off. Again, it's a fiddly little bugger, but there you go, ping, that's on. Now we're going to put our spring on with our super duper steel tool. When I first started out, I didn't have one of these, didn't know anything about them. I'd use screwdrivers and all sorts and lose my temper, only because I didn't have the right tool. Right, push that forward, it gives you more to work with, and then just locate that on that locating pin, and there you go. How easy is that? It's done, bosh. Okay, so we just engaged that. Now we put our brake band on. We just get a little slot in it. You know, when you took this apart, you were taking note on how it came apart. Look how easy it goes back together. M4 screw. Right, after we put this screw in, we're going to put the clutch drum on. Well, needle cage bearing, then clutch drum. We've got to remember then, never hurts a little bit of lube. The clutch drum on a lot of steel saws is what operates the oil pump. Ouch. And it's this little groove, this little cutout that locates with what is called a worm gear. It's like a little arm that sits behind the clutch that whizzes round when this does, and that operates the oil pump. So I found mine, it's right round there, so I get my little slot, line it up, and there we go, done. So rim sprocket, washer, E-clip. Now when putting these back on and dropping them first, I use just a normal set of pliers, okay, to get either side. There's the crankshaft and the other side of the E-clip, okay, and then push them together, pull them together, okay, click, on, okay, and now it's the easy part of just whizzing these few bits and pieces back together and we're good to go. So I'm not going to bore you with that because it's easy to do. Hope this has helped you a little bit. If it has, like it. And yeah, any questions, give me a shout. Okay? Thanks ever so much. Bye now.